everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Triple P&J. As always, don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe to all of our episodes. And as always, we are on all of the platforms now. All of them, you can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Music, iHeartRadio, the whole 9 yards, and the weird ones that nobody knows about. But hey, we love you because you're, you got us on there. So,
yeah. Thank you guys. We're definitely on the uptrend for downloading audio on all the radio stations. So keep on doing what y'all do. Much appreciated.
Please and thank you.
Yeah. We're on episode 51.
51!
The audience delay.
Yeah. As always, you know us. We have Alex joining us today. He's a good friend of ours. Hello. So
welcome, Alex.
Welcome, Alex.
Thank you. I appreciate the welcome.
Absolutely.
It's warm.
We appreciate you stopping by.
Right.
It's warm welcome.
And shall we?
Here they go.
We have to say this little segment.
That's the theme song.
Is that my theme song? I appreciate that. Thank you.
But you did it, so it's for you.
It's for me. Yeah. So, all right. How's everybody doing?
We're good.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling real good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Gym was good. Work was good.
And whatever's in your cup is good.
That is strong.
That's strong.
That is strong.
So,
Cheers to that.
The pineapple juice that he's sipping on is strong.
I thought it was apple juice.
It's apple juice.
He put some pine needles in it, so it's pineapple juice.
Pine needles?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
What the fuck kind of tea you drinking?
How do you get from
I said pineapple juice. They said it was apple juice. So
how do you go from pineapple to pine needles?
Because you had apple juice already, so.
But where does the pine needles come in?
Because you have pine in it. So you put the apple and the pine together, pineapple juice.
That's not pineapple juice. Is
I didn't know.
bro. It's a fruit.
It's a fruit. I know it's a fruit.
So it would be the fruit. It wouldn't be pine needles and apples mixed together.
Ooh, Alex and came in and started the shit already.
I ain't starting nothing. What?
So what's the difference between a pineapple and an apple? What's the difference between the pineapple and the apple?
The pineapple is like the yellow Hawaiian fruit, and then you got the apple. It's usually green, red, or yellow.
Okay, so I added pine to your apple.
How high are you?
Yeah,
That's all.
this is not. This was not a topic.
This was not the topic.
This off the script.
Hey, what the fuck?
I am appalled.
He was so offended by it. Bro, what?
What the fuck are you talking about?
How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Like, goddamn. Pine needles, pine trees, pine.
Should be pining now.
Just because they got the same word, it don't mean it's related.
Them all is related.
They ain't even cousins.
Far cousins.
So you're telling me pine trees don't make apples or pineapples?
No.
Why not?
The apple trees.
I think that they just use the word pine just to use it. I don't think it's
They
relevant.
call
I
a
feel like-
pineapple a pineapple because it has.
Where do they come from?
Pine.
Where do
Pineapples don't
from?
come from
Where do they come from?
Hawaii.
He's
I
not
thought
wrong.
I thought that was coconut.
Yeah, but
No,
how are they
it's
grown?
pineapples.
From a tree.
They're like a pineapple tree.
Yeah, pineapple.
They don't. There's no such thing.
Well, see, now,
They grow up. It's like a bush.
Lisa, where they come from?
oh, it's on the
I'm
ground.
gonna
Right?
see
Yeah.
Go to not Wikipedia. They be lying.
They ain't lied to me yet.
Yeah, I was gonna tell you from on the ground.
It's a bush. Yes.
They grow in the
Ain't no
dirt.
cap. I thought it was on a tree.
Most
I
people
thought it was a
do.
tree.
Yeah.
I thought it was like the same.
Coconut?
Yeah, I thought it was the same concept as a coconut.
Pineapples
That's
are
what it
planted in the
says.
ground.
Yeah. Yeah.
We just said that.
Did you?
Yeah.
I was not listening.
It's
the same thing.
I told
as
you, it's not like
a-
surround sound in
It's
here.
like an agave or agave. How they
Agave?
Agave.
Agave.
Agave. I was
I
close.
blame the alcohol.
I was
Anyway,
close.
It's the same shit that tequila is the
The alcohol got
water.
to be acting like this.
It's the tequila. I need a
I
liquor.
gotta do a wardrobe change because I'm sweating right now. So go ahead, talk.
Yeah, but I'm
Yeah,
saying
you
like
said
that.
agave.
You said agave.
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 What's the difference between agave and agave?
There's
You
no,
said
You
agave.
just pronouncing it wrong.
there's no such
Any fucking who.
any.
I mean, you got aloe.
We're done. They all.
What
came
does that
from
have to
now.
do with that?
It starts with an A. Agave and aloe.
No, you can't say that because when I said pine and apple, it wasn't fucking pine.
We went off the rails.
Anyway, guys.
It's been not even 5 minutes into this
The
episode.
topic,
and we
the
are off.
topic is
Tonight's first topic.
Okay, let's get
I don't give a fuck.
Tonight's first topic is: do y'all feel like boys gossip more than girls or the same?
the same. The same.
No.
I ain't gonna lie, it's the same.
I feel like
Men gossip
it's
a
different
lot more
types.
than women.
Like there's different ways
No,
to
they
gossip.
don't.
Yes, they
Yes,
do.
No, they do not.
Men talk more than females.
No,
they don't.
No,
Yes, they
no,
do.
women
No.
talk about gossip a lot more than men do because
Okay,
they just
wait.
don't give
Actually, this is how I'll put it. Women gossip a little bit, and then they start plotting, and then dudes they just gossip, and then
They started swinging.
pretty much they don't think.
Not
They
all
just-
of
they
them.
start
Not all of
gossiping.
them, but no, like, especially, like, my people, we like, it's continuous fucking tea. All the time, spilling. Everybody fucking talks
Stop.
about
What did you just say? Before you said
tea.
no, before any of that.
He said my people.
My people.
Okay.
He thought you said white people.
I
I was
mean,
about to say, hold up.
now, you do have them southern ladies running around the little towns
Hold up.
talking about
Wait a
shit.
minute.
Oh, I got
So-
flies. Thank you, friend.
So what does that have to do with men gossiping?
Gay men will fucking good God, catch up, boo boo. Gay men gossip like nonstop. It literally depends on what you wear, who you go with, who you're on a date with, who your friends are. It will be social suicide.
So, speaking of that, since you mentioned your people, there's been a topic that we've been talking about at work for the past few days. It's I don't think you were there for it. It's the word zesty.
Oh my God!
We brought it up.
So,
real sassy.
what, Jalisa, what do you feel like if you heard somebody say? Because every time I heard Daniel call this one person we used to work with zesty.
No, I didn't call. It was a customer that came in, and then he was coming off, and I was like, "You seem a little zesty." And Curtis thought,
No. That wasn't the first time you said that.
It wasn't?
But
Oh.
this started the conversation about it. But yeah, a customer came in. He had mentioned the word zesty, and because he had said it about someone we previously worked with, I was like, "Damn, he gay too, or he musty too?"
No.
And then
no.
Daniel, he elaborated what he meant by it, and I was like, "Wait, so that when I think of zesty, I think of
It's like
you
a
stank.
tangy.
I think
No.
of tangy."
Like you just
Tangy is more like musty, but
Yeah.
zesty is very sassy.
Yeah. Because when I think of, there's a difference when I think of zest.
You remember the
and then
Shamar Moore
zesty.
poses I showed you earlier?
So I was
Zesty.
told zesty was like
That's just like
We're listening. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Like
it's
zesty
it's
was like
gay. You're flamboyantly
yeah, like you're
gay.
flamboyantly gay.
I've
Yeah.
never
And then
heard this.
Curtis told me, and then you stank.
I think that's zest. When you add a little zest to it, no, that is that's
So when I get called
Sassy.
zesty, I don't know if it's because they think
Okay,
I'm like,
You real sassy with it.
or if I stink.
say that
So
again.
when people call me zesty, I don't know if that means I'm stank
No.
or if it means
That-
I'm.
If
I was all about context.
Zesty.
it could be used both ways, I guess, but I guess you would just ask that person at that point, what you mean?
Right.
That's true.
Because either way, I should be offended, I guess.
I don't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause-
well, I don't know. I don't like. should I
Not
be offended?
necessarily. If he's a straight man, he might be offended.
Why would you be offended though? That's like
Oh, I see where y'all going.
Uh-huh.
if a gay man were to call you attractive, that means you're fine. Like
Huh?
Yeah, but that's different. That has is it different? No. I'm coming off wrong. I'm just gonna have to come off wrong. I'm just gonna have to.
I'm like,
Hey, what you mean, huh? We gotta go down this rabbit hole.
let's go down this rabbit hole.
What I'm saying is,
It wasn't landing.
They say,
every person's not the same. I'm not saying that it's wrong. What I'm saying, he might be offended because that's just how some straight men are. You tell them that they're gay and they're gonna be offended. That's just the truth.
it's not saying that they're gay. You're just calling them a little flamboyant.
No, but I see what
Flamboyantly
Daniel's
gay.
saying.
Not
I see
really.
what Daniel's saying.
I'm trying not to be offensive, but it's a thing.
No, because being in the Army, there are a lot of dudes that will get offended if you call them gay.
And 9 times out of 10, they're probably in the closet.
Probably, I don't know. Probably.
Either anywho.
If you call them
Anywho.
zesty, that's not necessarily calling them gay, though.
You calling him stank.
Stank.
It's like
What?
what?
You're calling him spicy. Like
So
he's
is there
sassy.
is there like another meaning for the word zesty?
Well, when you say, well, from what I heard, when you say tangy, that automatically means
I can't with these damn
that you
words.
stink. But zesty, because I think of zesty.
Zesty tangy.
I think of zesty like spicy and zesty sauce and shit isn't good.
All these
So
fucking
I'm
smells.
thinking that means stink too. So every time that I
Oh my
had heard
God.
that someone was zesty, I thought that they stunk.
No.
No.
Well, I mean they did though.
Is that not like the meaning for it?
No.
I ain't stopped laughing since the bitch started. I swear to God, this shit funny.
No.
Anyway, men
The
dance.
person we
Anyways.
was talking about was very
Prove it.
zesty.
I need some substantial
Proof of
facts
what?
How
behind
do you
it.
prove it?
Substantial facts behind what y'all just saying, because I don't care what the collective thinks. I really don't think that.
Bitch, I'm a ball.
The collective. My apologies.
We are warned now.
Yes.
We don't have individual personality.
You know,
Hold on,
what's the problem? Cut the camera.
Go ahead and throw the drink, because I throw the drink.
Let a drink out of
Jalisa.
Ah, my jacket.
So, but anyway, bringing it back in. So,
Your earring back in yet?
I never took it out.
Oh.
You thought about to waste that on you?
so to bring it back in.
Hunting?
No.
Let's
You can think of a response quick enough. It's
go
alright.
see me outside real quick.
Sit down to bring it to bring it back in. So, why do we think, since we're the collective,
I'm dead.
why do we think that men gossip more than women?
From personal experience, so I have been around, and like you said, we all do. Everybody fucking
Everybody
gossips in
gossips.
some way. But I feel like when women gossip, they do gossip, but that's kind of expected of them, to a sense. But I feel like it eventually goes away.
See,
But
that's what I'm
sometimes when men that I've been around that gossip, they just keep
Bringing up
Bringing
the
it
same thing.
bringing up the same
Over and
damn
over.
thing. You telling
never
you
dies.
telling your business and everybody else's business. I feel like some men do gossip more than women.
And I feel like some women gossip more than men.
But I mean, there
It's true.
There are
there are
both
both
Your
sides.
opinion.
You're welcome.
You're welcome to.
Thanks.
I mean,
I'm on with
it's
your
not
own.
like you guys are having.
I'm on with your own
opinions.
too.
They're like on the same boat because he said some women.
It's the same
Right,
thing,
man.
but on
He
the
said
flip
so.
side, that's
More than
literally what it is.
Alex, what do you feel?
Shit, no cap. I think it's a 50-50 split
And why?
because I've been around females. I gossip a lot.
Nah, don't give me a 50-50. You get one pick of the A or B. Which
Why
one?
it can't be 50-50?
it can be 50-50.
Why can't be?
I feel like that's the safe side of the fence. Don't play safe.
I ain't playing safe.
We burning shit tonight.
It's a different dish this week.
I don't know what you drank, but
That Tiger tea.
oh, is that what that is?
I don't know what you drank.
This
For
is-
those of y'all that's listening to the podcast on the audio, y'all might want to go to YouTube and watch the
this.
actual video because this shit is funny and you can't see it. So, go
I
ahead.
think it was the Tiger tea. That's what I was talking about.
Probably. We're the collective. He against you got 2 light skins over there. He against us this week.
He said 50.
He don't like us
You
this
can't
week.
not claim the light skin. That's not cool.
We don't have our own personality.
I can never be the collective.
I
I'm
say
Beyonce.
because I've gotten to both females and males.
Yeah, but who do
And
you
they
think,
both
like,
got
out of,
the
like,
same.
no, like, I know, like, I get what you're saying, because I was trying to be on that point. What I'm saying is, who do you feel more, men or women? It really can't be 50-50. I understand what y'all are saying behind men, because there's definitely people in our lives that are men and that gossip a lot more than some of the females, but I'm just saying in an overall general sense, I believe it's women.
I will say this: the reason why I think it's men more is because, for myself, is because I hang out with more guys than I do women, and so that's the reason why I have my opinion, because it's like.
And I agree, but on the opposite side, I hang out with typically more women because that's just me.
Right.
You know, but I feel like every time I'm around them, it's always like this, and this. But then when I'm around guys, it's like the ones that I talk to don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck what anybody else got going on. It's just whatever we talk about.
I could be in the
Yeah, you just
store
walking through life.
and an old man walks up and starts telling me his life story and all his business. Like, what? Women don't just randomly walk up on people like, hey.
No, they don't tell their business, but they tell everybody else's. They tell everybody else.
Yeah, they don't tell their business.
Is gossip telling people your business?
No.
Your business, everybody else.
I feel like gossip boils down to you telling somebody else's business.
All the business.
But think about it. If it's something like, say for instance, you hook up with somebody. If I go and tell somebody that you hooked up with somebody, or you go and tell that you hooked up with somebody, you're not only telling your business,
But
you're
that
telling the
person's
other
business
person's
too.
business
Right.
too. So yeah, you're telling everybody's business.
Yeah, but that's different. Like, different from telling somebody about yourself.
And the other person involved.
Okay, but that's because you obviously y'all had that had something to do with both of you, rather than just telling your business.
But I
Some
feel like
men do
it's
that
still
too.
gossip.
Like
It's just 2 different types of gossip.
Right.
Well, what he's trying to say is that it had to do with somebody else. That's why it's considered gossip. Gossip to me is not anything that has to do with me. That's like dramatic in my life. That, you know, like if I'm saying, oh, some of the shit that I got going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, oh, I got a ticket. It's like, that's not gossip.
That's not gossiping,
Right.
but when you're bringing other people into it, it is gossiping.
Like if you're saying, like,
I
you
can
would-
agree with that. I
Yeah.
can agree with that.
That's what we're saying. Well, they're saying.
The collective.
The
There
collective.
he go with the collective.
Bitch, girl, that's what they said.
I'm the collective.
Here we go, Crazy said who's they.
Yeah,
They say.
I'm trying to stay in my seat tonight, but not you, Alex. Y'all are really trying it tonight.
So anyway.
You and Willis.
So anyway.
Okay,
So
well,
we're
I
on the.
tonight.
I got time too.
Okay.
I feel like we all got some time.
I don't. Okay. I don't tonight. I never have time.
I know. I'm trying to go to bed early.
I'm not
Daylight
going to bed
savings.
early.
I don't know how y'all took daylight savings, but it fucked me up. This
I
morning.
have a lot to do.
Oh,
But
was
anyway.
it an hour?
Yeah, you're gonna.
Yeah, like
It
we're
fucked
out
my
of
whole. This
bed.
time
We lost an hour of
change.
sleep last night.
It didn't make a difference in my
That's
life.
why I was late.
That's not why you was late. You said you was late because you thought it was Monday.
I was late because I thought it was Monday, no cap. But anyways.
I thought you was late because you probably didn't set your alarm right or some shit happened.
No, so I have a real bad issue of just sleeping through my alarms, or like in my sleep I'll turn it off.
That's me as fuck.
I do that too.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
So I
you
use.
said one or multiple?
Oh no, I said multiple. Like
Yeah.
it
And you
ranges. It's like a 2-hour range of just alarms set. Like
Well, you gotta shorten
10
that.
minutes.
I usually set like 2 alarms, like one 15 minutes apart from the other.
I mean, I'll do that, but like within a 2-hour span.
Just to make sure.
Yeah, just to
Understood. It'd be
try.
like that,
Settle
but
down.
I was told that like people who do that, which is myself, I'm talking about myself at this point, like do that, get used to that. So when you fall back asleep and then you hear that alarm again, your brain is not gonna like.
I
pick
changed
up
it.
on
I
you think it's
changed
a
the.
dream.
I changed the type of ringtone that it has.
Oh, so it
But-
takes you back
My question is, why do you fall back to sleep?
because I'm
I'm
tired.
fucking tired.
I
Then-
preset an alarm to my actual alarm, so I know that when I wake up, I gotta get up that exact moment. I'm gonna give myself some time to like get into the day or get into the morning. I need some. I can't just like. All right, well, time to get out. Can't do that shit.
What's the noise?
Huh?
What's the noise?
He said,
Like,
You know that whole be nasty when you hear that shit the first one.
because like
I'd be so mad.
I have an alarm set going off at 7:00 every 30 minutes up until 9:00, because 9:00 is when we open. So I know 7:00 that's you get up. 7:30 that's when you get ready. 8:00 that's when you get dressed. 8:30 that's when you have to be at the store. 9:00 is.
Sleep me is a completely different me. I don't control him.
That part.
Like,
I don't know what it is.
He
but
can
it's
do
just,
like he just persuades my mind to just turn off the alarm and go back to sleep.
Cause I be like this with my phone right here,
Because
and I hit that bitch so
Then why
slow.
don't you set it across the room?
Cause I.
then I won't hear it.
Right, that or I'll get up, turn it off, and still go lay back down.
Exactly. It's the same. So I used to have this bed shaker though. So when the alarm would go off, it would like ring, and then it had like a real bright flashing light,
Mm-hmm.
and then it had this thing that it was like a puck this big, and it would go under the mattress or under
And
the
it
pillow,
vibrates the
and
bed.
it shakes the whole bed.
Oh, cool.
And I lost it. So
Oh.
Did it work?
yeah, it worked. Yeah, it used to scare the shit out of me, but it worked.
Get y'all a bed shaker, bitches.
It feels like an earthquake.
Damn. All right. Well, so for the next topic we're looking at is blaming your horoscope for your actions not taking.
I'm an Aries.
Me personally, I do not like when people just blame it on the horoscopes.
Not saying that
I'm
I
a
blame it,
Capricorn, so I don't care.
but I don't care how you
I'm a
feel, bitch.
Taurus and I'm stubborn, which I mean it's true, but I'm not gonna blame my horoscope on
Yeah.
that.
You're an Aries too, right?
No.
You're a Pisces.
Uh-huh.
Y'all are evil.
Gemini.
Gemini. All right, we got a serial killer on the show. Everybody getting
Yeah.
lies. Yeah.
That was not the button.
All right, we gave him a round of applause, guys.
No. See, and I hate it whenever people because for me, I always get the one like everybody's like the Pisces is so emotional. All we fucking do is cry. I don't cry.
No, that's a Cancer.
No, like anytime you watch, like it's always the Pisces the ones who are sitting there crying, begging people. No, I don't cry.
This hoe wouldn't shed a tear for a baby.
What you pointing at me for?
When you said I was evil.
You are evil.
A baby getting kicked off.
Yeah, he would not shed a tear for a baby getting kicked across the floor.
So you're a
I
Capricorn.
don't like baby. Fuck them kids.
I'm a Taurus. You're a Pisces. What are you, Alex?
Gemini.
Gemini.
And Aries.
Aries. Okay.
So now y'all know.
So
No, we
do
don't.
y'all, besides the
I think that
blaming your, you think what?
Curtis
He
finished.
couldn't even
Just
finish.
Go ahead.
I know I should do that on purpose.
Besides blaming your horoscope for your issues, pretty much being a shitty person,
Right.
do y'all feel like some of the characteristics of y'all's horoscope is accurate?
Some of the characteristics, not all of them, but
Yeah,
good bit.
me too.
Some, yeah.
You ain't gonna say nothing. You just gonna shake your head. Oh, okay.
For those of you listening and not watching, Daniel shook his head yes.
I can't confirm that.
Watch the video.
Watch the video.
It'll be confirmed.
Yeah.
What's the next topic?
Next topic is will see equals not I'm not coming.
Very much so. If I hit you with a will see,
it
or
really-
I might.
So for me, if I tell you we'll see, I'm not gonna say every single time, but 8 out of 10, if I tell you we'll see, I'm not coming because
Flake.
from what?
Flake.
Because from the beginning, be quiet, guest. Because from the
You
beginning,
ain't gotta name them more.
when people are telling me about an event or something, I automatically, by what you're telling me, know if I'm going to go or not. So if I tell you we'll see, I don't have to think that much about it. I'm not going.
Yeah, I think my will see depends on like the seeing factor. If it's what time, I might go. If it's the people, I also might go. But if it's the type of event, I'm gonna just say no.
See, I'm similar to that where I'm like
Time and people make the 50-50 factor.
Yeah,
right.
People's a big factor.
People's a big factor.
Yeah, the place is the I already like when I say we'll see. Like you tell me, oh, we going to Houston tonight and we back tomorrow morning.
No.
I'll be like, we'll see, knowing damn well I'm not gonna come.
I would probably do that. No cap.
You
I've
probably
done it
hit that
before.
trip. You'd hit that trip.
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's where the we'll see comes in. Cause who knows? I might have a wild hair up my ass and just go.
That's true.
But the time you tell me 10 o'clock and we ain't gonna be back until 2 hours before work.
Yeah, if I tell you we'll see, I'm more than likely I'm not trying to go, or I'm trying to see who else is going, or
That part.
all of that. Because I mean, at this point in time, besides my other friends outside of this, if these three is not there, I'm probably not gonna go.
We are a collective in that.
We're a clique. we're the clique that y'all try to make us out to be.
Because it's very much like somebody get in, but be like, "Are y'all going? Are y'all doing this?" No.
What, Alex?
You just gonna leave me out.
Yeah, I just met you.
We're
We're
giving you a minute.
You're here on the show. Some people ain't even been. Some
others.
people ain't even been invited.
It's okay.
He invited his.
We've only had 3 other people from work
He said.
on the show, and 2 of them was bitches and boring.
Ooh.
Yeah, you said collectively more than what some of the other hosts have said. Yeah.
Okay.
That is Cassie, Kenny, and Leon. That's the 3 we've had on there. So y'all pick and choose which. He don't work with us no more.
Oh, that's true.
So pick and choose who's the bitch and who's boring.
Oh.
He don't work with us no more.
But he, yeah.
Oh, shit, the
Anyway.
other one don't either. Dang.
No.
Oh well, I said it.
Anywho. So yeah, if you hear "we'll see" out of
Any of us?
well, Alex.
Well, I would say it depends on my mood. After I'm done doing what I'm doing and it's time to go, like if I still feel like I'm pretty much down to do anything because there's not much to do around here anyways. So if I have an opportunity to go and I can go, I'll probably go.
I mean, because like when you were talking about like we'll do Baton Rouge after work, I was like, that sounds kind of fun. And then the day it rolled around, I'm like, holy fuck, we want to drive to Baton Rouge and then come back that night.
But that wasn't a we'll see. You had already said you were going.
I did
You
say
did.
we'd go. I did. I apologize for
So
that.
that should have been a we'll see, probably.
That should have been.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
wasn't.
I would have understood.
At that moment, I was like, yeah, I want to fucking go. And then like after work, it's like, ooh, no. I need a hotel room. I need a bed.
That's like a young and youthful thing.
It is. It
He's trying
is.
to call you old.
Oh,
no.
no.
I'm not
He's
saying
trying to
you
call you
old.
Listen,
What?
I on those aspects of it, yes, I absolutely
He
not
said
even
you're an
aspects.
old man.
I am
saying
old.
It's more likely
I'm calling you an
for.
old man.
I'm glad you finally owned it.
I have. Listen, like I know
Because
that
the whole last year, this bitch was, I ain't old. The whole second half of last year and this year so far, he's been old.
I have been because like
Ever since your last birthday. That was the last real time.
Ooh,
Besides
Lord.
vacation.
Killed. Oh Lord. But no, it's just like I look at it now. We're like back in the day, and I hate saying this, but like back when I was y'all's age, it was like, yeah, let's go, let's turn up, let's have a good time. Mm-hmm. Now I'm like, fuck, it takes a lot. Now, mind you, whenever like we were at Dallas, that was a whole nother. I was like, let's go. It's here. I'm sorry. Some of the bars around here.
So it just depends on the place.
I mean,
The
that's
place
why I
and-
like to travel and go
Right.
out.
Yeah. So depends on the place. Because if it's dead and nothing's happening, like fuck, I could enjoy myself more at home.
Mhm.
So
And sometimes I do that. Sometimes I'm like, hey, we'll see, and then I end up not going because I just don't feel like it.
right.
Yeah.
Or sometimes I just don't say anything, which is rude, but
We're not gonna have that. No, we'll have to talk. But anyway,
Who's rude?
he said he would be. It's rude if he doesn't say
clear
anything.
communication. The worst case scenario, just say you're not going.
I mean, sometimes I do. Sometimes I forget to text you that I don't feel like going.
Don't do that. don't. I personal experience. Don't.
It really depends on the person,
It
cause
just I understand. But even if you forget, try not to forget.
I'll try my best.
What are you getting at?
Who?
That is exactly what I'm
There you
saying.
go.
I've been in that position. I was that person, so I'm telling him from experience.
So even if you don't forget, tell them you forgot.
Correct.
Gotcha.
You know, even if you forget to tell them you're not coming, tell them you're not coming.
Gotcha.
Just watch it again.
Clear as mud.
Yep.
Like,
Confusion.
What kind of mud? Like the golf?
That too.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Confusion.
All right, we got next on.
All right, we got on here. What do we feel about breaks in relationships?
If we're taking
Why are
a
we
break,
taking a break?
I'm seeing other people.
Facts. I'm sorry.
What?
And don't get
I
mad
don't
at me if I do.
I never really understood the point of taking a break.
Me either.
Honestly, me neither. I feel
I
like if
just-
you take a break, you broke up at that point. Like,
Yeah,
you're
like,
not
'cause-
together.
What do you want to take a break for?
Sometimes
Exactly.
it's like a mental reset, but then again,
You can, yeah, but taking a break, like, that means, like, y'all are not together.
Yeah,
just
you're
friends.
not.
You're
Yeah,
Y'all
you're
together.
can y'all can be friends or
you can be
Maybe not be
friends
friends,
or
but-
you can just cease communication.
yeah.
And then if y'all, like, decide to get back later,
Yeah,
you get back with them. I can't.
it
do
depends.
I can't do
that. I
that.
can't
It
do that.
depends.
Once,
I mean, you
once
just have
I
to
have
forgive
that
them.
disconnection, it just snowballs.
Because
from
you go through that whole emotion of the breakup, and,
right, and
why
then
would you want to
come
go back?
back.
Well,
that.
sometimes it's not a bad breakup.
Yeah,
Right.
Like, you can
sometimes-
have a good breakup.
I've never.
I agree
Maybe
with
I
that.
just never had that experience. I've had relationships where we went through trials and errors, and like we tried, and like we, you know, it's not. Some days it's not good, and you guys just give each other space, and then you come back because people need space, and that's understandable, especially in a relationship. Being around people 24/7, you can become like it does become overwhelming. But to take a break from them, and then you guys aren't
Yeah, it's
together,
just-
and then the potential of them being with
Yeah,
other people, no.
And
Yeah.
Hell to the
I
fuck
agree
What
with
if that space is a break? Like,
no.
I mean, I can go.
Space to me is like, I just want, if you want me to like let you, you know, you need to go out, you need to take a like go somewhere for the day or two, you know, just get away, or if I need to get away,
what if
'cause,
they
like,
don't want to talk to you for like a week?
That's too damn long.
that's
I'm
too
sorry.
much. Why do you need to go that long without talking to me?
Maybe they need space.
Yeah,
But not that much.
yeah, but why
space.
that
There's
much
not
though?
that much
Like,
space.
what are you significantly going through that like you need that long to where I can't be a part of it, or like to help you, support you, or just like is that's how you need support by not me talking to you?
Yeah, if I'm dating you,
I don't
you're supposed
understand
to
how
be my
that
rock.
works. Like mentally, I
I'm
can't.
supposed to be your rock. So
Right.
you, like, that's what it is. I'm sorry.
No, I really want to understand like how like me
Some
you
people
talking to
don't
me
like
not.
communication. Some people want to be
Boy, you,
alone.
hey,
I
communication
agree.
makes it
Maybe-
work.
Maybe we
I
just
also-
wouldn't be together in a relationship and to begin with. So maybe that dynamic I wouldn't come across that. Like it might work for you. I'm not saying how you're like. It might not sound right to me, but it doesn't mean it's wrong.
Mhm.
I just probably like if I was to communicate with somebody from the beginning, like that's how they like to have their, you know, reset. Like I need like this amount of time off, or I have to take away from you. Like I probably couldn't do that.
And I mean,
What if they were one of those people who like to take like sabbaticals from talking? Like,
a sabbatical from talking and like
That's just-
taking a break
That
are
was
two
just-
completely
Yeah,
different.
I don't know what
not
you
necessarily
think.
because you
Yeah.
aren't talking to that person.
Because
But are
I'm
you
not
still
overthinking
together?
shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna start
You could be
overthinking.
right.
I'm stuck in limbo
A
about
break doesn't
what
necessarily
to.
mean that you have to see other people. You just need space.
Me
Yeah,
personally,
but
I
when you
feel
go through that where you need that long to where you just don't want to talk to me.
You might not want to talk to anybody.
What are you going through?
It
What are you going
could
through?
be like
It's just a
reset.
personal
Yeah.
thing.
You just.
I
I
mean,
just feel
if
like
they're
that's
if they're
too
comfortable
long.
enough with you, they'll probably tell you why they need the break. But and
Yeah.
that'll answer your question of what they're going through. But I get it if it's like out the blue.
If they're
They-
comfortable,
if they're comfortable enough to explain
wouldn't
to you.
okay, well, that's what I'm like.
If you're in a relationship, you
shit.
should be comfortable enough to tell them anything.
Yes.
I mean, some things still are
Well,
personal.
it's
I
not
mean,
about
some things are,
comfortable.
yeah.
It's even if you're uncomfortable. I think it's just a trust factor. Do you trust your partner? You know, you might not be comfortable, but you trust them enough to still tell them.
So if your partner was
Trust
moving to a
is the
different
key.
country and they were like, "Hey, I think we should take a break because I'm leaving,"
That's not.
Bitch, you on your own.
Yeah, that's not a
Where
break.
the fuck country you going? You
Yeah.
going alone.
They're coming back.
We'll come back to somebody else. That ain't gonna be me.
Be like, we're gonna end this now, but let's see where we're at when you get back.
When you get back, after you don't caught 50 bodies and damn half your teeth are missing.
Right, like let's see where we're both at when you get back in the country.
No,
And-
because I'm not
Sorry,
gonna wait on you, bitch. Because I'm gonna be with my forever somewhere else. I don't care. We last for 2 years. We forever without you.
I like, and I agree with you on this when you said like there are good breakups. Yeah, like I've had breakups. Me and some of my exes are still friends. I don't want to get back with them at all because
Okay, there's I've had I've had a bad breakup, but honestly, I would still get back with that person, cause I still like we kind of rekindled and like talked it out, like a year later.
But that's
but
different
at
from taking a
some-
break.
it's while you were living here, right?
Yeah.
It's because there's no options here. That's why.
Well, no, she moved back to Cali and we still.
Yeah, but like I said, it's taking a break. It just happened. That
No,
you guys
a break.
were-
I don't think breaks just
Breaks
mean you
don't
break
break.
up. You don't just take a
No,
break.
you're not breaking up. Remember, hear how this shit sounds. You're technically together, but you're broken up and you're seeing other people.
Breaks. You're not together no more.
Yeah, that's a break.
No, that's not how it sounded. When I heard from
No.
y'all.
Okay. No. I see what Dan's saying. We were saying. Okay. This is what we're talking.
Have you never been in one where you took a
We've
break?
taken break. No,
So you have
there's
to
no-
you have to
It's
see other people
it's
to take a
be
break.
something or be nothing.
Huh?
I ain't gonna take a break and not see somebody because
Not-
I don't know how long that break's gonna be, and at that point, the emotional connection is ruined. 'Cause
Right.
I feel like you don't
Ruined.
trust
Thank
me.
you.
I feel like you don't trust me.
Yeah, and I feel like once you
What
get to
does
that,
trust have to do with taking a break?
everything,
What?
everything,
What?
has everything to
Take
do with it.
Like,
If you
Kurt's
trust,
awfully
because
quiet.
if you take a break from that
awfully
person, I would
quiet.
trust
Because
that you don't
I'm
fuck with
getting a
nobody
little
else. And
triggered,
if you do,
and I'm
then I
trying not
can't
to
come
talk
back to
about
you.
it.
Because that's like a subliminally you cheating in a way to me. I feel
So-
like you wanted to legally cheat on me by taking a break, going to fuck with somebody else, and then we can come back to each other. No.
I definitely.
What?
I do.
The psychology behind that is crazy.
I
No, the psychology behind how y'all look at this shit is crazy to me too.
No, I do understand that because if somebody told me that they wanted to take a break, I would instantly think that okay, you got something that you want to do and not feel guilty about it because we're not
Yes.
together.
that part.
But I also can see how bitch, I want a break from you.
I mean,
Okay,
it
Not
doesn't have to be a
saying-
week.
No,
not
okay,
saying,
no, but
not,
you're
not,
talking-
hold on,
you're
not
talking-
saying I'm going to go see anybody else, but
that's
we're
what
on
the-
pause.
But that's what the trust comes in, though.
No, if at that point, that's just
but you
them needing
can
space.
You
that's
can
not a break.
So, but you can take.
Space is technically a break because I will not be talking to you.
The wording is. The
But
wording
okay, so
changes
you're
to me.
saying trust. So
Yeah, because when you take a break, I want to have some boundaries established while we're taking. If you want to take a break,
yeah, it's not always I'm taking a break for us to go fuck with other people.
I need my
I'm taking
space.
I'm taking a
I
break.
get that.
I'm taking a break to get myself together.
Yes.
So while we're on this break, let's have this conversation of what we're not going to do or what we are going to do. I think you could come back like that if you really trusted the person.
You can. That's
So you can come back from a break.
It's a potential.
I'm not. Hey,
Because you had
can
to-
come back from a break, but
Because y'all was just saying I can't.
no,
See,
I'm saying a break.
What's the point of taking a break then? Like,
A break
I
is a
never-
breakup to me.
Yeah, I never understand that. I don't understand how being together and then you giving them the space and then just take a break. Like y'all are not together, but you're together. Like make it make sense.
See, what I look at it as I don't look at when you talked about where it was you're taking a break where it's just you're not talking to each other, you're having your own space and I don't look at that as being a break. To me, that's just you're having some you time.
That exactly.
You're still together.
What if that you time lasts like 3 days, 4
That's
days?
fine.
That's fine.
fine.
So a
We're
week is
talking
too
about-
much.
Yeah, hell yeah. Because it just feels weird. Like you're not. You lose a sense of connection with that person.
I don't know about a week. I do agree with. I don't know.
So
about
we're not
a
gonna
week.
talk at all. I can't check on you just to make sure you're okay.
You can check on me,
Oh,
but the conversation is
God,
gonna be
like-
short.
That's
See,
fine.
and then,
It's
see,
just-
I don't look at that as
if
a
you're
break.
if I'm texting you and you sound short, or you're giving short responses to everything, or if I call you and you're giving short responses, like that's gonna make me seem like you're not interested in me anymore. That's what that's gonna do.
I think I'm not gonna. I kind of want to say it's selfish and it's not selfish at the same time because I get it. People do need time to themselves, especially if they go through something like if you're going through a sense of depression or something like that. But I think it's still selfish for your partner to want to hang in there with you when you want to break. Like if it's one-sided. If you both are saying take a break, I get that.
He said, "I'm not forget. I'm not gonna forget."
Welcome back. Sorry we had to change out the battery, so we were picking up where we left off.
They didn't even know we took a break.
They didn't, but now it's looking a little awkward because we go from talking real loud to all of a sudden nothing. So anyway,
but we're back. I'm just still trying to understand the difference between like what they say is a break and what I think is a break because like a break to me is like you guys are no longer together, but you plan on coming back together. That's what I think of.
My thing is, I think of when someone suggests a break, it's like months, not days, not weeks, like months long.
Yeah,
I'm like, I can't do that.
That's the difference between a break and a break up.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna see other people during that break, so therefore it's a breakup.
Right.
Why though?
Because what's the point of having a break from somebody for an extended period of time? Like, I don't understand how that makes sense.
So you feel like someone could tell you that they want to have a break with the intention.
Let's put
right,
it
because
down.
every
4 days.
every situation
4
is
days.
different.
We're good.
You need a 4-day break from me.
Yeah.
And to do what? Like, I don't understand, like...
To get myself together.
I'm not.
You just don't want to talk to me specifically? You don't want to talk to anybody? I need
to focus on what I have
plan
going
on
on.
seeing people in the middle?
Anybody,
okay, cool. To me, that's a break.
See, I don't. But I do that from time to time. I
consider that.
I don't think
giving
that's a
space.
break though. Like to me, I don't consider that.
I feel like a break is giving space.
No, giving a break.
I don't have to see other people during a break.
No, that's just you taking some you time.
And I get that. That I can get like a 4 days, even a week. Like if you just say you don't want to talk to me specifically.
Like what did I do?
That's personal because it's like.
If I specifically ask not to talk to you, that means I'm not interested in
you.
you.
Exactly.
Right.
Thank you.
That's
the point.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like if you're saying me specifically, what did I do to fuck up? Now you want to shut down and you don't want to communicate.
Because that not what that does to me is like, I hate to say it this way, but that's all that's gonna do is manifest a sense of self-insecurity. Like I did something wrong.
Like you might be making yourself feel better in that week where you don't want to talk to just
I know
me.
when it comes to women,
but I feel like shit.
Women that break up with you in their head before they actually break up with you.
But you'll feel it physically, emotionally, and financially.
Not financially. No, you can take everything else, but not the money. My mind will recover.
I just feel like a 4-day thing, like where you're not talking to anybody, that space, a week, a little bit too long. You might have to talk it over a little bit more and then decide whether we're going to take a break, aka break up, or we're just giving each other space.
And see, and that's the thing, like
depending on the reason too, like
you tell me every time I'm just gonna break up with you because you're not gonna sit here and leave me wondering.
But if it's not talking to anybody,
that's different.
Yeah,
because you just overall need space.
Yeah, if it's not talking to me though, that's where we would have the problem.
See, and every time I've been told we need to take a break, or I've told somebody we need to take a break, it's because I want to break up with you, or they want to break up with me. It always ends in a breakup. Why the fuck are we not just going ahead?
Why don't you just tell the person that you want to break up instead of letting them down gently to take a break?
And I do now. Like, if it's been brought up to me, like, let's take a break, why? I need you to explain to me why.
But if they explain why,
then we're good.
Right.
Go ahead and enjoy your life.
If it makes sense.
Depending on the length of said break,
I don't feel like if you really love that person, that shouldn't be a factor. You could take a break too.
Yeah, I'm saying, but I'm still gonna see other people.
What if the person
I have sexual
If
needs.
you're really in love with this person, just
what
take.
Is a break to you though? Because I feel like this is kind of where we're like getting mixed up at.
I feel like if the person explains to me why they need a break, as long as we're still in communication, maybe they're.
Oh, but you're not in communication.
No contact. No. That's what we're just describing. No contact.
That's pretty much what we collected.
Realistically speaking, that's not how breaks work. normally in a break, because I guess y'all haven't been through one. Normally in a break, you still communicate with the person,
Hey,
but y'all aren't on.
okay in the
Let me
conversation.
finish. Y'all aren't on the same level as y'all were before. If that makes sense, you're on a break, but you're still in contact with them.
It's not going to be as romantic.
I don't think you cut all communications off when you're on a break. So
Yes.
y'all are saying,
Is this
y'all
like
are saying,
dating
y'all are.
relationship?
But you don't
Yeah.
have to cut all communications. In
This
the
is a
breakup
relationship, period. Whether you're married or dating.
Well, if you're breaking up, why are you still communicating?
Because maybe you guys broke up on a good terms and you guys are still friends.
I feel like
That's
the
different.
I feel like
That's
the
breaking
party that's
up.
offended by it is just worrying about their needs. What about the person who wants to take the break? Y'all aren't concerned on why.
It's not that you're concerned. It takes two. It takes two to be accepting of the break, because it's like tug of war. You want space back, but you're holding the same rope. So you're trying to. When one person has to give, it's a compromise, because I might not want you to take the break, but I definitely want you to have the space so you can feel better.
So what if the person was like, "Hey, I want to take a break, but I won't see other people,
That's the clear communication.
that-
but I don't want to
okay.
talk to you during that break."
You don't.
You're not,
most
well, as
people-
long as you tell me you're not gonna see nobody. But if I find out you cheating on me, then that's different. But if you actually tell me I didn't do nothing wrong, I don't feel like speaking to you at this point because I just need time to myself, that's where the communication comes in. But when I think about a break, I think about somebody just doesn't want to talk to me, and like you say you don't want to talk to me, then I'm gonna feel offended by that. If that makes sense.
Mhm.
Like, you don't want to talk to me. Like, you don't want me to check on you. You just want me to just leave you alone for a week, 2 weeks, or a couple of days, whatever. I get that.
Like if we were.
I just,
Like if they communicated and like still I would check up on them within that week, like maybe 2 weeks span, that's fine. But if it's no communication at all, you might as well just break it. Like that's a break.
yeah, I just
break
think it's
up.
like one person is just trying to be, they want something for themselves, but I think it's selfish for the partner.
And I feel like they call it break because the relationship is broken at that point.
I agree with both of what you're saying, where it's like if you're
If I love you and you tell me you want a break, I will consider it.
it's
Consider.
like if you just need, like I said again, if you just need time to recharge, like just kind of take a mental thing, a mental break.
But I still gotta be able to check up on you.
Right. If that's part of it, saying I just text message saying, "Hey, you good? I'm good." Like give me as long as there's open communication, there has to be.
But
open
I need to have more than you good. Yeah, I'm good. I need to have a little bit more communication than that. Like,
But if they don't want that,
you might as well
How is that
not
not?
even
That's
tell
not
me.
fair for the person who's trying to give you that space.
but it's not fair for the person who's asking for it either.
But
But
at
then
that
means
point,
y'all
you're
need to be
too.
together. I'm
Because
sorry.
at that point,
Clean and
one
frank.
person needs more attention with the relationship than the other person.
Like if they set the
So
boundaries,
they're two different personalities. now.
So I have to sacrifice because you need the space. Like, what if I want the reassurance, but you don't want to tell me that because you feel like you don't want to? Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, it's
I
So
see
you
what
want
you're
them to be
saying.
like, "Yeah, I'm good. I love you. Bye."
I mean, some people have other needs though.
But the
Yeah,
thing
but
with it
the-
is like, say like at the beginning of it, like there's stipulations set at the beginning of the break saying, hey, for this amount of time, I'm not going to be in communication with anybody, and I'm just going to reset.
Anybody is okay, but
when they say specifically you, but they're gonna still talk to other people.
That to me is
that
a
to me is a
whole
red
breakup.
flag.
and then but anybody too is like, at that point, I'm not gonna have I'm saying that's where the length comes in.
Well, because I see the
Coming
reason why I
to
say that is
nobody for 2 weeks, like
I
I've
say
done that.
family. You could talk to family, but if I'm your partner or the person you are in a relationship with, and you tell me you don't want to speak to me, but you talk to other people and it's not family, then I have a problem with that. Because at what point did I make you feel as a partner that you just need to not talk to me?
And
but
it
you feel
also-
comfortable
She
talking?
also
shared shit
the-
on Facebook and now he mad. She shared shit on Facebook and not talking to him and now he mad.
well, I feel like it also depends on how long you've been in the relationship too. Because at that point, you have a certain amount of trust built up to where maybe you might consider it and trust your partner a little bit more if they say they need said break or, in my opinion, space.
So this is going to be one of those topics where we all kind of
Well,
Agree to
we
disagree.
agree. We all
Agree to
agree to
disagree.
disagree on different.
But then again,
spots.
you got to think about it this way: from the get-go, it's about dynamics. I think people who actually get together, mesh together, and don't have a problem when stuff like this comes to the table.
Right.
So most of the time, stuff like this becomes a problem when you guys just weren't compatible to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my opinion.
It's not the fact that you're not compatible, but some people do grow and grow apart. They change. So it's not the fact that you're not.
You grow apart. You're breaking
it's not
up.
the fact
Yeah,
that
so if you
are,
grow apart, you're breaking up.
It's not the fact that you're not compatible.
I don't know. I just like he said, once you get to that point where you need a break from me, I can't come back to it. I'm just gonna go find somebody else, and you can go.
It's not saying I won't come back. Like we can still talk and like
you might make
be
that try to
cool.
work. I'm not gonna. I'm getting older in my life where I ain't got the time and energy to try to make that shit work.
Well, I'm not gonna try to make it. If it happens, it happens. Like
Cool.
say if like we're like 2 years down the road and we're both single, we're both like probably in the same area, or we meet somewhere or something like that. Like
I just feel like
And maybe it might rekindle.
That's different though. That's different. Like that's like you breaking up with somebody.
First, what do you want to say?
nothing.
No, what do you want to say?
I'm just gonna say I just feel like it's selfish. You're only thinking about
What's selfish?
Your needs.
I'm getting to it. You're only thinking about
The same thing for the person who wants to break.
Exactly.
That's why they're coming to you asking for a break because they're explaining to you.
No, but
You
they're
really
explaining.
bad.
They're
Take
explaining.
those
Finish.
stitches.
What's the next topic? Because y'all getting on my fucking nerves. What's the next
you are
topic?
too.
I don't.
What makes you fucking better than my opinion?
Bro, you're saying why do we have to be wrong and you be right? Why can't we both be right?
Because
in our
every
own
time
way?
I express why I feel the certain way about it, y'all come back with something else.
Yeah, it's it's like a
y'all
debate.
already-
We're
y'all already-
talking. We're having a conversation. Like to have a
It's a
conversation,
debate, but it
have
ain't gonna
sides.
change shit. It ain't gonna change anything.
Anyway,
we're just gonna keep running circles.
This is the type of stuff that we ask for, but when we actually get it on the table, it can't be a problem.
I'm not mad.
Yes,
It's
you are.
just
You just said you get irritated.
I am
didn't say
irritated because
What's the difference?
irritated and mad is two different things.
that
Let's
is.
be clear. I'm not.
That is.
I'm not mad yet, but I feel like we all keep bouncing what we feel this shit is to each other, and then every time we say something or we say something that y'all don't agree with, when the collective
But
says
we're
something, y'all.
discussing both sides.
That's the whole point of the argument.
We
It's a
didn't
debate.
We didn't win. It's not an argument.
It's a debate.
We don't win in this same damn circle for 20 minutes.
20
Why
minutes.
you sugarcoating the fact? It is an argument.
Anyway.
I don't have-
I'm arguing my point.
I don't have
my
to sugarcoat
God.
anything.
Okay, so anyway,
What's the next one?
moving
No,
on
that's
to the
the
next
sugar
topic,
classroom
and
way to
Daniel
say
won't
about
shut
it.
the fuck
We're
up.
debating
So
it.
what it is the next topic is being too honest in friendships and relationships.
I got something to say actually.
Oh God,
Just
this is my head.
I feel like you can be too honest. You can definitely be too honest because sometimes
Y'all was just asking for pure honesty.
Honesty and truth sometimes hurts people.
Well,
Sometimes
people just need to not hear everything. You do want to try to, like, it just depends. Like, if they, let's say, like, this had to do with somebody coming to you about, like, certain kind of advice. Sometimes you just, and you know them, especially because you're a friend, you don't really need to tell them exactly what they need to hear. Does that make sense?
Sometimes they need to know
Sometimes you
exactly.
need that.
Exactly.
Sometimes, that's why I'm saying
That's why I say
sometimes
sometimes.
you need to tell them that certain things. Like, you don't need to tell them everything that they need to hear.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, like, sorry not to cut you off, but like all of y'all, whenever I come to y'all, like Jalisa knows, I come like, what do you think? What do we think about these shoes? I don't want, like Jalisa tells me, you and Curtis do the exact. If I come to y'all with something, it's very much a bitch no or yes, let's do that. It's immediate like that. I have another friend. Her name's Christy. Me and her, we joke about it. We give each other relationship advice because we can do that, but we don't listen to our own advice. So I would expect my friends to be absolutely honest with me. If I'm coming to you and it looks like I'm fucking up, I need you to tell me I'm fucking
Give me the
up.
guys
Yeah,
about
but
the truth.
some people are too soft. Like sometimes, you know how you have that. Everyone has that one friend that's they can't
The
take
delicate one.
they can't take the hard. Yeah, the delicate one. They can't take the
can't.
hard truth.
Mm-mm.
They gonna take the truth. I'm sorry.
I mean, it really is. And I tell people like whenever we start hanging out and being friends, like, listen, if you don't want to hear it, do not ask me.
Well, sometimes people have no one else to talk to, so they go to that person that's gonna obviously give them the blunt truth, and sometimes it can be a little bit too much.
It can be
For
too
that
much,
person.
but it's what they
So what'd
need
you
to
ask
hear.
for?
I think you're missing.
Why
the
did
point.
you ask
Yeah.
if you didn't want the truth?
I think you're missing the
If
point.
you know
When
your
get someone-
friend, you already know how they're coming. So when you ask them this question, you know what you're gonna
But
get.
some people, what if they don't feel comfortable talking to their other friends about it, so they come to you?
Well, that's the thing. Like, if you're a friend, I would kind of like not saying that I guess I'm gonna give up who I am, but I would adjust a little bit.
You go
Yeah.
to certain friends for certain things. If you go to your God, honest, true friend, then they're gonna.
But what if that person has no one else to talk to,
Now, see that's the thing. Like,
or
if
no one else they feel comfortable?
because I know I have to answer for how I am. And again, that's what I was saying earlier. Like, if I'm friends with somebody who's delicate, I immediately tell them, like, my first question out the gate is like, do you want the truth, or do you want to know? Do you want to hear? You want me to tell you what you want to hear?
That is definitely Willis.
And
I get what you're saying and what you're saying.
right,
Because what he's saying is like, cause me, like, I kind of like, I'm not that always blunt person. Like, I change how I come at somebody depending on who they are.
Adaptable and different friendships.
Right.
right.
And I think that just comes from just like me coming from different environments and moving around a lot. But I think there's some people that are just like you said, like you would give them the God honest truth, and like, hey, you should have came to me. Hey, you knew what the fuck this was when you fucking asked the damn question. So bitch, I'm about to tell you anyways, and that's just how it's gonna be. And that's solid. And you should respect that, even the person who's coming to that. But just like you said, some people don't have other people to go to. So like me as a person, I adjust to it. You know, there's one, like, some people that I'm gonna give you what the fuck you don't want to hear because you need to hear it. And then there's people who are like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you kind of like,
But telling
you
them what they
soften
want to
up.
hear would be lying.
huh?
And the thing with it,
No, you're not gonna tell them what you just.
It's not
soften
telling
it
them
up.
exactly what they want to hear, but you
It's
gotta
how you
sugarcoat
deliver
it.
it.
Yeah, you
Just
gotta
a little bit.
sugarcoat it.
Just a little bit.
And
Like,
Put a pillow under
that
it.
I
you know?
get.
Just soften the
that I get the whole delivery, because like I'll be honest
the
with you,
delivery makes
whenever
sense.
you ask me for advice, I will say this: when you ask me for advice, I explain it to you differently than whenever Curtis asks me for advice. Ooh, sorry.
And that's how I am as well. It makes sense because
It's
you just adjust to the person.
It
just a
could
little
be the
bit.
same information, but at the same time, it's the same information delivered in a different way. But at the end of the day, it's still the honest truth.
And that's fair.
It's just the delivery is fine, but are you always honest, or like being too honest?
I
Yeah,
feel like
I
if
get
you're
what you're saying.
I feel like if you're asking, you want the honest truth.
Right.
So if you're asking the question, I'm gonna give you the honest
Well,
truth.
some people go to people for
Sounds pretty loud.
To make them feel
yeah,
better.
To make them feel
Okay,
better.
well,
And comfort them. Not-
That's what you don't need.
And that's
well, some people do need that.
No,
Some
I don't
people.
think so.
Some
You need
people.
reality.
and
Because
again,
people are different.
Yeah,
Like,
but
there's
that-
different personality
that's like
types. There's
a-
different like.
and that's why I always ask when people who are like that. I always ask them, like, do you want the truth, or do you want me to say what you want to hear?
But
Because-
sometimes, depending on the situation,
No, I
they
get what
might
he's
need to
saying.
hear a different thing.
And
That's
see,
what he's saying. That's what he's saying. He's giving you that option to choose
I'm
the
giving
hard
you-
truth or to hear what you want
Do
to
you
hear.
want-
That's the gonna
that way it's-
But do you do it for every situation they come to you?
no, just the people who I know who are.
I'm sure he'll pick up on it.
No, I don't like. I've had friends who were, like we said, more delicate, and that's why I always ask them that, because like they know if they come to me, if you don't give me any warning, you're gonna get the like. Listen,
Yeah.
stop being fucking stupid. Pull your head out your ass and let's go about the day. But if I know I've got to handle you with kid gloves, all right. So it's gonna be okay. You did not mean to slap the police officer. I know.
I just feel like it
But-
depends on the situation that they're going through.
And I agree with you on that.
I
do.
think what you're thinking about is more like relationship advice or just personal turmoil. You know, some people just need like they want to ask stuff and they kind of want that reassurance, but they don't want to be told something that they're not
They want a
ready, that they're
soundboard.
ready to hear.
Mhm.
But then there's the friends that tell you shit that you're not ready to hear, and you don't know that you need it until you get it and you appreciate it.
Now, hold on. Now, I feel like the being too honest part is like you find out your friend is being cheated on.
Oh.
And then she comes to tell you she's being cheated on. And then you're like, well, I heard he was cheating, sleeping with half the town.
Fuck
Like,
nah.
that's too honest. That's too honest.
If
No,
you're,
I get that.
if
I
you're
heard he was
dating,
sleeping with her anyway.
I'm gonna say right now, if you're dating one of these and I find out you're cheating on them, oh, they gonna know. No, like you might, I'll give you 5 minutes. Okay, you better call them right now.
She come to you crying. I heard he was sleeping with everybody anyway.
That bitch in the passenger seat crying and you telling her that shit.
That is being too honest.
To be honest, I feel like that should have come a long time ago.
Right.
Well,
It should have come a long time ago, or you should have just kept that shit to yourself.
Right.
She boo cried in the passenger.
So you wait until I done found out that this person cheated to tell me that you already knew?
I'd be pissed if one of y'all did that. I'd be so
that ain't a
pissed
real
off.
friend. That is not a real friend.
if you told me that, I'd have did.
I gotta go.
You're like, you know
All right,
what? You
I'm
gotta see me too. You gotta see me too.
Like that is too.
Like
You knew?
exactly. And immediately be like, wait, what?
What? You knew this? Keep it to yourself, bitch.
It's the subtle bitch.
Girl, please.
That's gonna
You
be
about to
the,
catch
that's
somebody.
gonna be the first response. Bitch, I know you.
So you knew.
Stop the car.
Maybe y'all real fast. Get out.
Pray we already parked when you told me this shit.
Right now. I will grab the parking brake. You better pull it right down.
I locked the door.
Well, I feel so bad that you feel bad.
I hope you okay, sis.
I'm okay. Are you?
Sure not.
Give it to God. Give it to God.
You about to meet him?
Ooh, I didn't even think of it as that. Like if it's that, oh no.
Like being too honest with your friends.
We'll be and I will mend your wounds, but I will beat the fuck out of you.
So do y'all feel like
get up,
it's
friend.
too?
Get up, friend.
Do y'all feel like it's being too honest with your friends if they constantly stink?
Nah, because at that point you trying to help them.
There's only so much we can say. There's only so many hits you can drop. I'm trying to be your friend.
But as a friend, don't you think you should tell the person? And I know we're all guilty of not telling people sometimes when they stink, but I feel like if that's your real friend and they stink constantly, should you tell them?
You gotta tell them.
I mean,
that's embarrassing for them.
They should know.
I mean, maybe
They should know by
they're
now.
nose blind. I don't know.
So
There's
is that
only
where
so many hits you can drop.
Is that where like the hard honest truth comes into effect?
Yes.
Or the softened?
well,
That's the hard honest truth.
If it's your
Sorry.
friend, it's soft and delicate.
I don't really know. I don't really know a way to sugarcoat. Don't touch me.
The moment it's just gonna come out, it's gonna come out. Cause like
Yeah, because I be sitting there with certain situations, and I really will try to think in my head.
What's a good way to say this?
Because I really do care how I sound. Sometimes I'm like, ooh, this is gonna sound so bad.
I love the fact of I really do care how I sound sometimes.
I do. Sometimes I'm keeping it real, but I'm like, dang,
Sometimes this is really gonna hurt your
how
feelings.
is this person gonna take this? And I guess
Don't cry, please don't cry.
depending on who the person is, you're gonna tell them a different way.
I be trying to drop hits. I be like, damn.
at this point, we should have like.
What's that?
I think we should collectively do a singing group and just sing to that person. One, two, three. You stink. As they come to the door.
I gotta go.
Ooh.
Guess who's going?
God damn it.
Like we weren't mean about it.
We said it in a
We
nice
said it in a
song.
nice way. We sung it to you.
It sounded beautiful. I hope you appreciated it.
Right. I know you're not gonna like to hear it, but you appreciate it, huh?
Not the singing group. I swear to God.
Alright.
Reach out!
Reach up!
Hallelujah! Hallelujah!
The word of the day is deodorant.
Deodorant.
Say it with me now. Aluminum.
So, Curtis is still out. Bring it home. There we go.
Alright.
Yeah,
Really?
Curtis is still
I
out.
really be trying to drop hints. I really be like, damn.
Willis, you got your segment?
Alright,
1, 2, 3. God. It's the Willis segment. It's the Willis segment. It's the Willis segment.
So, last week, you remember that I talked about how Tennessee is banning public drag shows and like trying to detransition trans kids. So it's come out this week after all that took place. Apparently, that the lieutenant governor.
Did you spray?
Did I spray what?
Did you spray that first shit?
No.
He doesn't have that.
I don't have that
instantly
anymore.
mad. Bro, I'm telling you, that shit'll piss you off.
It's fucking horrible.
No, I don't have it.
It's
so-
the fact y'all two was laughing.
Exactly.
For a minute.
But anyway, so
The collective. It's being a collective again.
So, anyway, after all that came out last week, apparently the lieutenant governor of Tennessee, who was backing this bill, apparently has been caught DMing and commenting on this little Instagram influencer who's like this little twink gay guy. Talking,
It's a twink for me.
he's like this little twink. And talking about how he looks good and he needs to do this and he needs to do that, and we're like, bitch, you sitting here trying.
Sitting here.
I know. I'm sorry.
Sitting here.
And so yeah, that's going on right now. So again, I say, fuck all that. But anyway, so the last topic of the night, it is if your ex had 5 months to live and asked to
That's
be
the
with
last
you.
one?
Yes, this is the last
That's the
one.
last one.
I thought she was.
I thought she was saying.
What are we doing?
You
Go
got
ahead.
it.
Oh, that's right. No, you were on to
You
talk about.
already
this.
said
You got it.
You
No.
broke my whole intro into it. Go ahead.
All right, do what you got to do.
All right.
Refresh.
Breaths.
That sounded very clean.
My bad.
Customer at work today.
That's why I'm so lost. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck y'all are talking about.
Like every time he would talk.
Did you really stand up?
Gonna die. He's just gonna. That's why I walked back there like, and he was like, no.
Are you talking about that? Are you talking about that dude that was breathing like?
Yes.
You need to go back.
He scared me, bro. And I saw the
He was over there throwing
the wristbands, and I was like, ooh.
Oh, he still had his wristbands
He
on?
had on
He still had his
everything.
He really. He had the
Hey.
scrubs on too.
He probably
Scared me.
pulled his IV out, barely even checked out.
He just walked out.
straight to
Now
the-
I have a question. What did he come in? What did he come in for?
Oh,
his
he-
phone.
Well, hopefully you made it, friend. Hopefully you made it. Okay.
I'm sorry.
All right, Jalisa, go ahead.
Okay, so speaking of that, if your ex had 5 months to live and asked to be with you during their last few days or whatever, who would you go with?
This hoe said, go ahead and spend time with me. Go look through them damn pictures you had on Snap.
You can visit the memories.
I'm sorry, I ain't got it in me.
It really depends on the ex.
What are we
depends on
doing? Like, are we finna go have fun?
It depends on the person.
My thing is, I feel like if you call me the last 5 months of your life to come and be with you, I'm gonna come. But am I a part of the will? Like, what am I here
Yeah.
for? Because you about to open
Am
me
I
up.
going on a trip?
You about to open me
Like-
up to all this trauma. So I just.
You need compensation?
I swear, you need
My emotional
compensation.
distress.
This is the reason why I need the money, because
need to
I'm
be
gonna be
getting paid.
traumatized.
I mean,
going to Jamaica?
it depends on it. I will say for me personally, it does depend on the ex. There are certain exes out there I will say rot in hell. Other ones I'll be like, listen, I'll help you out these last 5 months. You know, we ain't gonna be dating, but I'll help you out. I'll make them comfortable
Shoot,
for you.
if they doing me like if they like doing me good like with the money and everything, and like I'm cool. I'll date you for 5 months.
And then they did.
Mm-hmm. And now I'm part of the will.
Hey,
nothing like an expiration
on
date.
that Snapchat, RIP this person.
I will physically be there for you. We can hang out.
Right. I'll make sure you're
I'm not even
comfortable.
asking for the money, but at this point, like, there's not gonna be no type of ill will. I'm not gonna date you.
Right. I'll make sure your last days are comfortable if you're certain.
Well,
of
there
those
are
exes.
some exes I feel like, in my personal opinion, that I would go back to. Like if everything was good, like I would go back to them. So that's where I feel like my point comes in with like
The money.
yeah,
So you going back to them for them, or you going back to them for the money?
both.
No.
She died and she don't put you in the wheel.
If she don't put me
It
in the
doesn't
world,
really
that's
feel
cool.
genuine
Like,
if you say you came back for the money, though.
I mean, you could be coming back for both, or you don't have to get paid. Depending on the person, you don't have to get paid.
Right.
Well, I want you to know it's real because, like, I'm not gonna ask for the money. Now, if you've put it for whatever the fuck the reason I get put on this damn will, cool. If you just happen to make this decision when I wasn't around, cool. But
I mean, but even if you know they're not putting, or for me, I feel like even if I know they're not putting me on the will, depending on the person, I would spend 5 months with them.
I'm that type of person, either I'm gonna fuck with you or I don't. If I genuinely care about you and it's your last days and I liked you as a person, I'll come back and I'll spend time with you. But if I don't, I don't give a fuck about that will, I don't give a fuck about the money, I don't give a fuck about you. I'm not coming back.
I will say
Yeah,
the
there are
first
some people that I would just shoot.
the first statement out of my mouth was going to be, "Glad you came to your senses."
Damn, you about to die.
You really thought this over, huh?
Mm-hmm.
You had a little while to think about this.
Yep.
You about to die.
Rest in power.
Right.
But no, certain exes wouldn't piss on them if they on fire.
Damn.
Other exes, well, there's
I don't know about that. That's a little too far.
what?
I have some remorse for people. Like if they on fire, the only way I can extinguish them is to pee on them. I'm peeing on them.
Marshmallow.
I don't know if I don't know if I have that much hate in my heart for anyone.
You'll get there.
Maybe I don't know.
No, I don't think you'll get there. It's good to have a heart. You don't have
I
to.
have a heart.
You don't have to not have one. You're good.
I have a heart. And like I said,
I don't
There's
know.
certain
If someone's
exes,
if someone's
You
on
have
fire,
a heart
bro,
for people
like,
you care about.
that part.
Right. So if it was a stranger that was about to die or your ex that you haven't talked to in 10 years, you wouldn't care about them anymore. So then you wouldn't be sympathetic towards them.
I would. I'm sorry. I couldn't do it. If someone needs my help, I feel like I'm just gonna help them. Like, I feel like it's a good thing to do. Good karma.
I'll help people who need help. But
Well, if they dying, I feel like they need help.
Do they need your help?
I mean, they came to me for a reason, so maybe they do need my help. Whether that's emotionally or physically, like.
like I said, certain exes, absolutely. There's a couple of them who I would absolutely, and I know this sounds horrible because it's toxic as fuck, but absolutely I would help them. Certain ones.
What about you, Jalisa?
Yeah, you haven't really said
None
that
of
much.
them?
This was your
Not a
question.
single one.
Why?
It's all good. You don't care about none of your exes?
Oh, I didn't say cared.
Well, that kind of like that gets the understanding of it. She doesn't care, so I get it. Like you don't care, I'm gonna put fucking pull with you. Yeah, R.I.P. But it's the ones that I care about. Like you ain't gonna. You
Like,
came to
there's-
me, I'm just gonna come to you for straight
There's
out.
some
Like,
exes I still care about.
Yeah,
Or
you hold a piece of my heart, and I'm gonna come fuck with you.
I'll agree. Okay,
Fine.
I'll agree with that. There are some that I do still care about.
Mm-hmm. It sucks. You be
It
there for
sucks.
them, but I didn't say I was gonna enjoy the shit, but I mean, I'm there for
It
it.
It really does suck, especially whenever they still text you or something. Like you'll get that random text or something like
Happy Thanksgiving.
Bye.
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
Y'all
Like,
are some cold people.
you
Or like-
really had to do that. Like,
Yeah.
You really had to text me, bro.
Where it's like,
Not they got your heart fluttering over a little happy Thanksgiving text message.
No, they
Just
thought
so
about me.
easy,
That's a
bro.
mass text.
Yeah, they thought about me. It's like they thought about me. I mean, you
It
know.
was a mass text. They sent that to everybody.
No, I'm a softie too sometimes, so I would get I would be a little bothered by that. I would be like, okay, so what does this mean? You're texting me again. Does that mean
You would,
that?
it wouldn't like
Y'all just
rekindle like a little
traps.
thought in your brain. Like maybe they
First of all,
All right,
you
guys.
gotta be,
Well, that wraps up
Yes.
another episode
you gotta
of
be
Triple
smart
P&J.
enough to get out the
Thank
trap.
y'all so much for stopping by and watching our episode. We have covered down a lot today. If you guys have any other topics for the future, please drop them in the comments. Comment
y'all been
on the
doing
stuff
good
we
with
talked
that.
about.
Thank you all
Yeah,
so much.
appreciate it. Thank you so much because we're out here just kind of like trying to give it to you guys good with what we talk about. And thank you again for Alex being on the
Alex
show.
showing
Just
up.
wanted
Thank
to
you guys.
Appreciate
Thank you
it.
guys.
Yeah, for
Having me on the
contributing to today's topics. Thank you, Willis, for staying dedicated to
your
craft of your daily
daily duties.
your segment.
Oh, thank
Daily
you.
segment.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Curtis, for all the work that you put in. Curtis puts in a lot
I
of work
don't do
behind the
anything.
scenes.
I'm
Curtis
just
puts
here.
in a lot of work behind
I'm
the
just
scenes on
here.
getting all our shorts and stuff put out there, so he does a lot of work. Thank you, Jalisa, for keeping it A1 with these bitches because they need to hear what they need to hear. Other than that,
Thank you, Daniel, for always being here, even when you don't want to be here.
yeah,
And thank you for saying that you're not going to do certain things on camera, like drink, but then you join the crowd and you actually do stuff. Thank
We
you.
need to have another one of those. Oh,
We are next week.
that was so backhanded.
No, it wasn't back in.
All right, guys. Y'all have a
I
great
know. I
evening.
felt like yours was.
Night.
No.